Hello. Hi there. How's everybody doing on this incredibly hot summer day? I feel like today is the first official day of summer. Kids are wrapping up their school year. What am I going to do with these kids this summer? What are you doing with your kids? There's no camp? What do we do? My friends and I are like, what are we doing with these kids? At least when they had school Zooms, my son is actually on a school Zoom right now. They were entertained for part of the day, and then we were doing crafts and projects. Now what? What do we do? We canceled all of our summer trips. We were going to be doing some national parks and maybe in August, but until then, all of our trips have been canceled. So trying to figure this out. I see a couple people on here. I just want to make sure that you can hear me because I was having microphone issues earlier. And we upgraded our entire internet situation at the house. So it should be a little bit better because I was having streaming quality issues. Let me know. I was kind of delaying here a bit to get a few more people on, but I appreciate you being here. Let me know who's here in the comments. I really, really appreciate you tuning in today. We skipped last week's regular. Oh, hold on one sec. Can you guys let Rachel in? Hold on. Okay, cool. Someone's letting someone in the front door. We skipped last week because we were taking a look inward and listening, learning, thinking, educating ourselves. And I did come on Friday and talked about the ways that we're doing that. And there's a link here to that video where we shared the steps we're taking. And this is an evolution. This is, the start and the approach we're taking. And so just quickly, let me introduce myself because I know maybe some new people are here and don't know me. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR, which is a PR agency located in Los Angeles. And I've been running this business for 15 years. And I have taken all of the things that I've learned, the things that work in our business to make it more profitable, the things that we do to serve our billion-dollar clients. And we have put together an entire program of training educational content so that we give people a success path so that they can really refine the skills of PR, provide the best service possible for their clients, and then learn the strategies and get an entire framework for how to launch, grow, and scale a profitable PR agency. So that side of our business is the Profitable PR Pros. It starts in this free community. And we have been putting these programs together for probably about 6 years and really refined how we can serve you over the last 2 years, figuring out what our audience needed help with the most and how we could make them the most profitable and give them the most successful businesses possible. So that's who I am, and that's what I'm offering to you here. And so we have been asking our audience how we can best serve, because while we are doing the steps we need to educate ourselves, we're not asking people like, what do we need to know? We're learning that on our own. We're being proactive. That's our responsibility. But I think that it does come best from our audience to find out what their challenges are, what their biggest struggles are, and how we can serve that need. So that's what we've been doing. We've been asking our audience in general and specifically Black women in our community how we can serve. And one theme that's come up over and over again is the challenge of creating financial independence and building wealth. Creating a business that serves you fully, that pays you, and gives you the opportunity for financial independence and building wealth. So I do not want you to be creating a business where you're working to get paid. That's a job. We want this business to serve you in a way where it is giving you money and independence and the opportunity for real financial wealth, which to me means building a nest egg, paying yourself first, investing in your retirement, investing in your future, creating passive income with investments. And you need to have, income in order to put money away. And so those are the tools that we are giving. That is the approach that we are taking. So, we're listening and learning. We're listening to Black members of our community, Black entrepreneurs, and we're also really listening to Black anti-racist leaders. And behind the scenes, we're taking action. We're committed to us taking action. We've invested in online training and coaching. We're reading, taking action, imperfect action behind the scenes, and we are having conversations. And this also goes to my team. My team is actively committed to doing the work to becoming anti-racist so that we can all learn how to implement these things in our business in, customer-facing, client-facing stuff, and also behind the scenes. So this work to me is the most important. That is what people have told us is the way that we can serve this audience best, is giving them strategies and a roadmap for financial freedom and building wealth. And, they felt like they were not getting a seat at the table. And when there were strings attached, and they were always struggling to really have solid revenue with great profit margin and paying themselves first. It's sort of like you're still working to live, right? And we want to create a situation that's different than that. So one of those things is there's two pieces of it. The front end of it is getting the skills that you need and structuring your business in a way to make it as profitable as possible. And that's where I come in, and that's how I can serve. And that's the success path that we've created. It's the Pitch Lab, learning the skills of PR, and then the Agency Accelerator, which is how you run a profitable agency, how you structure your business to grow and scale a wildly profitable agency on your terms. So those are the tools and the resources that we give. And the key to that is, maintaining clients as long as possible, building a solid foundation of consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue, and then really stepping into your role as the leader of your company so you can build your business intentionally. You have to choose what kind of clients you want to work with based on how you want your business to support the lifestyle that you want to have, and really truly stepping into this leadership role. Part of the conversation we had yesterday with the mastermind group, one of the Black women in the mastermind told me that there is still a mindset component where there is a struggle to feel like they are truly stepping into that role as the leader of their company. So they're taking the actions, they're going through the motions, and still feeling like they're not on equal footing, or they're not as qualified to work with the types of businesses that they want to work with. So we are going to be building more of that support into how we serve you. And mindset is already a huge part of how we support our audience. But also having a buttoned up business, having the framework, all of those things really gives you that confidence when you're going to sell. So it's like stepping into that role of the leader and saying, I deserve to be here. I'm serving my clients extremely well, providing amazing service. You get on the phone for a sales call and you feel like the badass leader that you are. That is what structure and strategies give you, right? That's the front end of it. But then you make your money, and the back end of it is, how do you pay yourself first? How do you invest and really understand money investing, um, living in your means, all of these things that so many women in my audience are like, oh, I figured I was making this income, and so that's what I have to live off of. And so they're then spending it on rent or a mortgage and meals and clothes and entertainment, and there's nothing left to pay yourself. That's not paying yourself. Paying yourself is investing in your future, paying into a retirement vehicle of some kind. So, one of the really cool things that we're doing is bringing in, because I'm focused on that in my own personal life, and my husband and I are very aligned in how we spend our money and invest, and we always pay ourselves first. We pay our retirement accounts first. And we've been doing that, whatever we can put away for that. We've been doing that for years. And so I'm very passionate about taking those steps in your business, but I am by no means an expert. And so what do? We bring in the experts. So I am bringing in a financial advisor, a CPA, Dondrea Owens. We are working out a time to get her to come into this group. I will be paying her to give a presentation to you for free, so you can come and figure out what that looks like for you in your business, how to really understand your money so that you can get your money working smarter for you. Okay. This is the key to really building financial wealth and independence, is understanding how the money that you're working for now can be working for you later on. And that's what a retirement investment accounts, that's what that looks like. And so you need to understand how much you can put away, what you should be earmarking to put away, what those investment strategies look like, how you run your business in a profitable way so that you are working smarter, not harder, building a team, leveraging their time. There's huge margin in PR. That's where we make all of our money in our business, is in the PR retainers. So we offer other services, but the margin isn't as big. PR retainer model that I teach, that is where there is a lot of profit margin. And so when we say that PR is one of the keys to financial wealth and independence and financial freedom, that is how it is the entire, it's not enough for me to come on here and be like, you make a lot of money doing PR. It's the whole system that we teach, the approach we take, nailing your niche, charging premium retainers because you're the go-to expert in your field, and having so much, profit margin on that service that you have money to pay yourself first. And that's where the financial advisor, Dondrea Owens, we're going to be speaking with, is going to come in and give us, so she's not next week, it's the week after next. I have a branding and marketing consultant coming in next week to talk to you guys. So we have so many, this is what we're doing. We're amplifying experts that are going to help you build a better business. We are paying them to come into our community and serve you. That is part of what we are doing, is amplifying these experts and training, providing the best training possible. So this is how I see one of the ways that I can serve our audience, all members of our audience, is giving you the keys to building a solid financial future for yourself, creating assets that pay you. I look at it like, I don't want to be working forever. I work because I love what I do. I'm helping support my family. This business has served me incredibly well, so I have to share every aspect of it because other people can apply this model and be profitable in their businesses. But I don't want to be a 60-year-old sitting around, trying to look for PR work. Maybe I do, I don't know. So what do you do so that you don't have to be working forever? Because one of the challenges with a PR agency, my husband sells businesses, he's a mergers and acquisitions advisor, and they're always looking for businesses that you can sell, and those look like really great revenue and sales that is not really tied to the owner. So if you can take a 3-week vacation and come out of your business and your business runs without you, you're in pretty good shape. But the unfortunate reality with agencies like ours is that the multiple, like meaning your revenue and the multiple of that revenue that you would get if you sell your business, is very, very low. It's possibly like 1 or 2x, right? So at the end, after you've worked so hard to build this agency and all this great goodwill and your reputation, there isn't really an asset in the business itself that you can sell and say, well, I've built up this huge thing and now it's time to sell it and that's going to fund my retirement. No, that's not going to happen. There are some instances where that's the case. You know, if you create some kind of a system that is like a software as a service, you know, that's part of your agency, or like what we're doing with coaching and programs. I still even think with that, it's so tied to me that if I am not part of it, that it's still maybe something we couldn't really sell after the fact. But if you can remove yourself and there is consistent revenue, like with a membership or something like that, that would get a good multiple when you go to sell it. But if you're running an agency like ours, it's so tied to you that at the end of your career or whenever you're done and you don't want to be, you know, maybe you sell it to someone on your team, but that would really be like a 1x multiple. So that's not going to fund your retirement. So what do you do now to be smart and savvy and save for your future so that you have solid, you know, financial wealth, independence, and freedom? And this is what my audience, hi, Natasha, of course you're here. I can always count on you to pop in and say hi. Someone like Natasha is in our whole success path. So she is in the pitch lab learning. She's a seasoned PR professional too, like super, super seasoned, but she's learning how to refine, hone her skills. And I think even someone like Natasha, as a seasoned PR pro, comes into the pitch lab and learns that she's doing things right. And that has value. So even if you're not like learning everything from scratch, you're a seasoned pro, getting the reassurance that you're doing things the right way, that confidence comes through in how you're providing your service and when you're going to sell and bring on new clients, right? Like knowing like I'm a badass and I'm doing this right and I'm doing a great job and I get great results. You can, even as a seasoned pro, get, you know, refine your skills, and then get that great value of knowing that you, and the confidence that you're doing it right. And learn. And Natasha's saying, I've learned my blind spots. You know, we all have blind spots. And just so you know, it is not only me putting that content together. We have a panel of experts that have been practicing PR at least 10 years that are helping to put this content together for us every month. So we get a lot of different perspectives and voices. And even I'm blown away every month by these execution guides. I'm like, there's so much good stuff in here. So that's the first step of the success path. And then you go into the agency accelerator so that you learn how to launch or grow and scale a profitable PR agency on your terms. So that the key there is profitable, because I don't want you running yourself ragged, being totally blind. Natasha's saying, it's amazing. Yay. I'm so glad to hear that. I don't want you running yourself into the ground. You will burn out. You will burn out and then you have nothing to show for it. You know, this is a system so that you can create a profitable business that then you can take money that you've generated and pay yourself first and invest in your future. And that's where we're bringing in a financial advisor to teach you how to do that. Okay, so that's going to be not next week, but the week after next. Next week, we have a branding expert who is going to come in. So if you have any questions on brand positioning, brand identity, branding, marketing, you know, along those lines, marketing your own business, drop those questions here, because we're bringing in an expert to help talk about how you do that in your business. And then the following week is going to be our financial advisor. And I want you to know we are bringing in very savvy Black experts. Like, I want to have this be a place to amplify those experts who maybe aren't given another opportunity elsewhere. I mean, they are, because they're great and they are being profiled elsewhere, or featured, I should say. But we are paying these women to come in and share their expertise with you. Okay. Here's what she said. Natasha, halfway through the agency accelerator, and OMG, I had 2 retainers up for renewal. One, I got a 3 times increase. Hell yeah. Okay, screenshotting. And the other went up $500 to what I should have been charging. I love it. Natasha, that's so, so, so awesome. I love this. And this is where I can add value, is doing that sort of a thing, giving you the training, the expertise, the know-how to be charging what you are worth, to be charging what you're worth, like Natasha is now doing. I'm going to help you make the money and then also give you an expert strategy on how to invest the money. Because now I am realizing that a lot of women are in this community to figure out how to gain financial independence. And part of that is properly investing and building wealth so that you have, a future where you are taken care of. Seriously, I'm saying hell no to imposter syndrome. Awesome. That's so great. Oh my God, I love it. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, so please know we are doing the work. We are doing the work to continue to serve you, to serve all members of this audience. We have always stood for giving women an opportunity to have it all, giving women a roadmap, a framework, a strategy, the systems and processes, the education for having it all. Because to me, having it all, my version of it is like, I'm got my kids, I'm present and checked into them. I dropped one of them over at school today to go pick up their class stuff and see their teacher. I was room mom for that teacher, helping them with math homework. We go on bike rides in the evening. My vision of having it all was being a present and checked in parent to my children, being a partner to my husband so that I could be the kind of wife where we are building something together, building our family and building our businesses together. Having time for like fitness. Right now that's looking like a Peloton ride every now and then, not as much as I should. Strength training every other day, meditation every day, and bike riding at night with the kids, going on hikes, and also running a business that supports my family and gives me complete ownership of my time, who I work with, being in control. Because like my former life as an attorney, I was on billable hours. It absolutely sucked. My time was not my own. I couldn't even go to the bathroom without clocking out for 6 minutes. That's a tenth of an hour. If your hourly rate's $400 an hour, that's $40 to go to the bathroom. Think about that. I don't want to trade dollars for hours. I want to work with amazing clients. And I have felt that leaving law and starting my own business was the absolute best decision I could have ever made in my entire life. And that business has served me so incredibly well. I was like, I have to give people the opportunity to do the same thing if their version of having it all looks like what mine is. Well, obviously with variations, everybody's going to have different priorities, but the purpose of it is having a business that serves whatever priorities you have, right? Travel, ha ha ha. No one's going anywhere these days, but like when we could travel or when we will get to travel, that's important. I took a 2-week trip to the Baltic Sea for my 10-year anniversary. 2 days ago was my 13th anniversary. Oh my God, crazy. But that's what I can teach, right? That's why I'm here. And that has always been at the core of our purpose as a company, has been serving women. There are men here, but when I speak to my avatar, I'm talking to Natasha. You know what I mean? I'm talking to Dwayna, and I'm talking to Nikki, and I'm talking to the women that are members of our community. I'm talking to Ashley and Shauna. And, I look at that as an opportunity to have the framework and the model for having it all. So I'm going to help you make the money. And we are also going to show you how to invest in yourself, to pay yourself first and invest in your future. So in 2 weeks, we will get the exact time. We are paying an expert CPA to come in here and show you how to then take the money you're making with your agency, or like Natasha, who tripled her retainer and added $500 to another retainer. That extra $500, Natasha, let's invest it. I know you're very savvy, and you've had a long career of being responsible and investing your money, but look at that additional wealth she can create by investing that additional $500 a month into her retirement and building an asset, invest in an investment vehicle that pays her. Like, I would love to get you living off of the interest that your investments are creating for you every single month. That's the goal. That's the plan. So this is one of the ways that we can serve you. And I hope we are doing the work behind the scenes. The other thing that we made a note here is get a Peloton. Yeah. You can do no interest financing with the Peloton, which makes it a really good investment, because it's, I think, like $100 a month. And if you're on it, there's like meditation, there's strength training, there's running coaching, there's obviously the bike workouts. We're doing meditation every single night. We're doing, it's like there's strength, yoga, cardio. There's also an app. You can have it on your TV. So we roll out the yoga mats, and we did a strength training today, stretching. There's boot camp, walking, running, cycling, and then it's $39 a month. And if you think about like 2 spin classes, but when you're paying for the bike up front, it's $100, no interest. So that's the thing also with building wealth. I don't want to ever have fees, like late fees on credit cards, or I never want to pay interest on anything. Right? The mortgage, that's really it. But like, you don't want to pay interest on anything. So I like that investment with the Peloton, because you're just paying for the bike itself. You're not paying any financing fees to get it. And they're so backlogged right now. They're like shipping 10 weeks out. So like, if you're interested, I would definitely get the bike. It used to be like, it seemed like a major luxury. And now that we've been on, quarantine and we're home, it has been a lifesaver. So, and everybody's kind of like laughing about that commercial they had in December with the guy that like bought the wife a Peloton, and we were all like, save the wife, get out of the marriage, the husband's horrible. And now everybody's like, oh, remember when we were all hating on Peloton for that ad? Now we all wish we had one. But it's a great company. I do feel that they are being really proactive and amplifying their Black trainers that are all over the world, and it's awesome. It's a great company. Anyway, so that's the way that we can put all of this together for you. And one of the things too that I wanted to mention, it's a bullet point that we wanted to amplify here, is that a lot of the women I've spoken with I do like one-on-one strategy sessions when you're considering coming into our mastermind, and you apply, and then we get on the phone and we talk about how we can serve you. And I've had a lot of one-on-one calls in doing that. And a lot of the Black women in my community have mentioned that they feel prejudice in the PR industry, and they feel it, and they feel that they're never up for large accounts. And so many women have told me this, and I know that that's a reality. And that's extremely unfortunate, because there are so many qualified, skilled experts that have so much to offer. The wind is blowing my curtains. So what I'm noticing right now, I think this is like a really kind of exciting time, because there is a shift happening, and there's this collective awakening. And I think it's a really amazing thing. I think it's a really, like, we're on the verge of a really big shift in mainstream businesses feeling inspired and compelled to look to businesses of color, experts, entrepreneurs of color, when they maybe wouldn't have previously done that. and saying, you know what, we need to be more proactive in supporting all kinds of entrepreneurs. We haven't had diversity, and now is the time. So this can be a positive outcome of this situation that can directly affect this industry. I feel in the past that a lot of the women have told me that they have maybe had to hide, which is incredibly unfortunate, but had to hide their diversity. And now is a time to amplify and highlight, because I think a lot of larger companies are realizing that they need to be more diverse in who they are supporting. So this is a big tide shift. I think it's a collective awakening, and this can serve, women of color in a better way. And so the time is now. The time is now. So I want to help you take advantage of this moment in time that is incredibly exciting. And, we're going to help you make the money, run a business that you love, and then, have this expert come and teach you how to invest it so you can build real financial wealth and independence. I want you to have a nest egg, so that if COVID hits and you lose a few clients, you're not freaking out. You're like, I got this. I'll be fine. We'll be fine. You have a retirement. It's just that peace of mind to know that your money is working for you. And we're going to show you how to do that. Okay. So this is how we're serving the community. We're doing a lot behind the scenes too. And we're here for you. And I just so value you being here, and we are here to serve and support you. So please continue to let us know how we can best do that for you. Okay. And we will keep bringing great educators in to train us and create an entire approach and system for how you can build financial wealth and freedom and financial independence. Okay. Thank you for being here. As always, have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week. Bye.